franchise obviously remains very special. AB is a RCB legend, so is Chris. But I think three of us together, and then that year of 2016, which KL came into his own. I think I personally feel that, and he believes and he agrees with that as well, that his career graph changed after that. That IPL was the time where everyone saw what KL Rahul could do, and from there on he got opportunities to play for India, and then he is the player he is today. That season was obviously unbelievable. That was so amazing in a way that you have four guys performing at their peak, game in, game out, which is so rare to see in T20 cricket. And we just got on a roll where we felt like, fine, even if we are not doing well in the season, we could still make it. That belief never went away, which I think is very difficult to create again and again. And that happened very, very naturally that season.
For good or bad, what's the most transformative IPL story that you've come across? You've seen people from so many teams, players, support staff. It could be anybody.
The only person that comes to mind for me, two people actually that come to mind for me are KL and Yuzi. The reality of the situation, KL was in RCB in 2013 along with Karun, and Mayank was here till 2012, I think. 2012. So KL was never a guy who was looked at as a T20 specialist. And here's the interesting part. And he was part of Sunrisers Hyderabad, if I'm not wrong, in 2015. And Avinash Vaidya, who was our manager before, he approached me because he was in touch with KL and he was not getting any game time. And I had seen KL play for India. I hadn't seen much of KL since he left RCB, and I'd heard of KL's doing well in first class cricket and all that, but we were never. I mean, he was very young when he was in RCB, and I was already playing for India, and we were playing regularly for RCB, so we never connected in a very detailed manner. Like, we wouldn't spend so much time with each other. The younger guys were doing their own stuff, and they would hesitate to come talk to us or spend time with us. So I had seen him play in Australia in 2014 when he made his test debut, and I felt like, wow, he's seriously worked some wonder on his game. He's come back an amazing player. He started off so strongly in Australia, so I was very impressed with his body language, his confidence, his demeanor. And then he was playing for Sunrisers. He wasn't getting many opportunities, and the opportunities he got, I felt like he was playing under pressure. You could see, like, he's trying to prove a point. He's trying to prove himself in the IPL. So when the opportunity came through, I thought, this guy's got unbelievable talent, and maybe playing in Bangalore and playing for RCB would just ease things off for him, because there, he's playing in front of his home crowd, and there's AB, myself, Chris, and if KL can play a role, maybe he can grow in confidence. He doesn't need to be the focal point or that youngster who has to prove himself. It's all about being a part of this great team and just showing what he can do. And the way he batted in that season, for me, that was a great transformation of seeing a player who was just there and thereabouts to becoming suddenly this beast in 6 months' time. And from there on, he's carried through. Same with Yuzi. He wasn't getting many opportunities before in the IPL, and he came to Bangalore, and a guy who always wanted to take the ball and bowl the way he did in Chinnaswamy was unbelievable, and his life changed from there. So these two are the two stories that I can think of, which in front of me I felt like were huge milestones in their careers, and that happened because of IPL and the opportunity it presented.
You spoke about Anushka. We've seen her take a lot of pride when you play for RCB or when the team's on the field. What's her take on your relationship with the franchise?
Well, she's a Bangalore girl. She's grown up there. She spent way more time than I have in Bangalore. No, not many people know this. And she has a special connection with the city already. So obviously she feels very happy that I am playing for RCB, and my commitment is always going to be for this franchise and for the city. So there's a special connection already with the city for her. And then the way the franchise has obviously looked after her when she's here in the setup, the environment. those things are of great value, because when you're made to feel part of a larger family, which RCB is, you feel like, again, she understands the point of view of why playing for RCB and the loyalty side of things is so special to the both of us. And it is something that you cannot demand, you cannot forcefully ask someone. It is respect, it is mutual respect. So she feels very proud, and she feels very happy of course when we do well, and she can feel the sadness when we don't do well as well. And as I said, there's a special connection with Bangalore already, so for her it was just things coming together in the most perfect manner, that I happen to play for the same city, and she gets to go back to Bangalore and relive those special memories of her growing up there, and she absolutely loves it.
Listen to all the episodes of the RCB podcast on Spotify, Ghana, Amazon Prime Music and Apple Podcasts.
ये है मेरा ड्राइवर्स लाइसेंस, माई मेट्रो कार, और ये है मेरा फैन कार।